What's going on, guys? So today we're talking about Olight, the flashlight company, making knives. So yes, Olight makes a knife, and yeah, that's all news. So let me back up a second here. All right. So Olight dropped the news a while back that they're making a knife. Everyone was stoked on it. It was called the Gerber. As soon as that hit, everyone and their mother told me about the Gerber. Their mother's mother, their grandmother's mother, their brother's mother, their mother's brother. Everyone, just messages after messages after messages. Oh my God, Olight makes a knife. I'm like, yep, I heard all about it. Super popular, the Gerber. A lot of people want it, sold out pretty quickly. I'm not sure if they're available now, if they have more in stock or not, but I was trying to get a hold of one. I thought it was pretty cool that they got into knives. Obviously, they're not making their own knives. They're branding a knife that someone's making for them. So let's make that clear right off the bat. Olight makes flashlights. You know, they don't make knives. However, they have all kinds of different accessories and different things. And it's cool that they are offering knives, especially in the bundle deals. All right. So if there's certain like flashlights you like, they do these big old sales. It's nice to be able to, you know, combine a knife with a cool light. So anyway, skipping ahead a little bit, I was really trying to get a Gerber. I was kind of waiting for people to buy them and kind of get over the, you know, initial shock that Olight makes a knife, and maybe someone would offer one in trade, and it just never happened. However, they came out with a second knife design, the Splint. All right, and although I do not have a Gerber yet, maybe check it out in the future, I did get a hold of a Splint. Now, there are two versions of this, from my understanding. This one is the N690 G10 liner lock version. All right, there's also going to be a more expensive, higher-end version that's going to have S35VN, titanium handles, and that is a frame lock. Now, as far as the cheaper of these Splints, the normal price, I believe, is like 70 bucks retail. All right, not on sale, but when they have their big old sale, it should be around 50 bucks. And then the higher end one is like 170 retail, but you can get it for like 130-ish. All right, so those are the numbers on there. But this is just my first initial impressions. All right, just got this in the mail now. I'm going to open it up. You can see a little bit of damage on the box here. It's really not a big deal, but something I want to note is that there's so many people out there who collect Olights. Again, I have to mention their fan page on Facebook because I'm part of it. I actually see a lot of posts on there. It's pretty amazing. People's collections are like massive, like hundreds and hundreds of lights. I have like maybe 100 flashlights, which is ridiculous to most human beings, but people have like 500 lights, 800 lights, 1,000 lights. I'm not even kidding. But that's like their main hobby, I suppose. So it is what it is. I probably have over 1,000 knives. Again, totally insane to most human beings, but it is what it is. So, you know, I would never critique anyone for liking a hobby too much. Okay, clearly I like a lot of hobbies way too much. But anyway, back to the Splint here. I did want to mention that sometimes Olight sends out their stuff in like, you know, like padded bags and stuff, and they get like messed up in transit. Now for me, don't care. You guys know this is going to go right in the garbage, the packaging. But for the collectors out there, that's super bum news. You know what I'm saying? Like if I was a collector and this is going to be like pristine little thing, having the crease and the dent in here, it's just not good. It's just one of those things. But it's not, you know, super common. It's just something that's happened to me before with flashlights and now with this knife. But again, the packaging is going to go right into the trash or the bin, depending on who's watching. Some people call that the bin. So anyway, yeah, you can pause on the back here if you'd like to see all that jazz, some specs, features, a little bit about it on top there. All right, but we're just gonna dive right in. So it looks like this is a sleeve. And we have a nice little presentation. All right, oh knife, oh yeah. Oh, something on the back here. So it says, each O-knife is finely tuned by hand and expertly engineered for the best possible performance. Stay sharp with your new O-knife from the O-knife team. Okay. We got a box. We have a little accessory thing on the bottom. Thank you. No, thank you. Just like their flashlights. What accessories do we have? We have paperwork here. All right. And anything else? Yes, there's something else in here. Oh, a little cleaning pad. Okay, that's it. Yeah, that's very cool. I can appreciate that. All right, so the splints. They have, again, all the specs and everything. I mean, I think this is fantastic. Every knife should just have this. Very simple. Shows you how it works, shows you all the details, the specifications on it, even shows you what it comes with. In the box, we have our cleaning cloth, our storage bag, and our splint. All right, on the back here, how to maintain, in a couple languages, and a warranty. All right, so cool. Very cool, just like their flashlights. They got it all set up here with packaging and stuff. I do like this little pouch. That's kind of cool. Oh, knife. Pop it open. Ooh, what's this? There is a medallion. That's cool. There's his own little pocket in there. You guys see that? So you have your little medallion. Wait, let me take the knife out. There we go. So his own little pocket. Little medallion. It says O Knife Outdoor Elite. Kind of cool. Let me zoom in on here. I know these are super huge for the collectors. I mean, I think it's kind of cool. I obviously keep it with a knife. But yeah, I mean, when you collect stuff, you just want to collect it all or have everything matching, all that kind of stuff. I do like the coin design. It's nice. Got some outdoor things going on there. And the flip side, picture of the splint stuck into a chunk of wood at a campsite. It says O Knife Folding Pocket Knife. It's actually really cool. I really like that. It's nice. It's just like a little challenge coin type thing. I have a bunch of these, so I'll certainly hang on to it. All right, so let's check out just the knife here for a moment. All right, see we have smooth black G10 handle scales. All right, black on black. Nice shiny blue pivot hardware, as well as our pocket clip, which is really nice. Just, you know, stands out as being an Olight thing. All right, flow through design. Again, this one's in N690. You see there's three ways to open this. We have a traditional little cutout there, okay, to manually open it. If you want to open it nice and slow, certainly do that so you don't scare anyone at church. But then we also have a traditional flipper that's on the back, and we also have a front flipper. All right, front flipper works pretty good. So you zoom in here. All right, so it says Splint on top. Not sure what the bottom code is for, 3634 or KN3634. I'm not sure exactly what that stands for. Maybe a stock number. On the front, we have a blade steel, N690. All right, and O Knife. Pretty interesting. It's kind of a black wash type finish on that. I really do love the blade profile. N690 is totally adequate as far as edge retention. You know, it's like a blow your socks off or anything, but it does actually hold a pretty decent edge. Comes to a very nice point on here. A little bit of sweep, a little bit of belly. Just pretty cool. I like it. Let me see. Flip in. Actually, I'll try this front flipper again. Oh. All right, that does work. You know what the issue I see here, though? With the front flipper, because we have a traditional flipper as well, if you go to use the front flipper, if you choke up like this, obviously the resistance is going to be on your hand here. It's pushing on your hand. So be mindful of that. If you go to flip this, give a little bit of a gap there. All right, then it flips open just fine, seems. It is really comfortable in the hand. You can see there is a nice finger troll here and a little bit of a curvature for the rest of your fingers, but it's a little bit on the short side for me, for my size hands, but it is comfortable. I do feel that pocket clip. All right, there's a deep conceal clip. Seems like it has good retention on it. And especially with the smooth scales, it should probably ride in the pocket totally fine. There is some lightning holes. You can see that. Let me zoom in for you. So it is skeletonized inside the frame. There you go. You can see those 4 holes that are drilled out. And there's some holes on the other side as well. You get a good angle. Or at least some cutouts there. So yeah, I mean, it's a pretty cool knife. I mean, my first impressions are it's totally worth every bit of the 50 bucks. I mean, or even the $70 in comparison to what's on the market. You know, if you happen to like the design, if you really are like an Olight fan, this is obviously a must-have for the collection. It's just kind of cool. If you pair this with a nice black flashlight from their lineup, obviously with the blue, it's just kind of cool. I know everyone loves matching their EDC stuff. I do like the overall design a little bit better than the Gerber. I'm not sure if the Gerber is a larger knife or not. Maybe if you guys have one, you can, you know, post in the comments, especially if you happen to get a Splint, and kind of compare them as far as size. I mean, I'd like to see this just a touch bigger, but it seems good. It seems like a good run-of-the-mill user knife. Not super expensive. You know, it's definitely an affordable knife. Again, I have to check out the N690 to see, you know, how the heat treat was on it and everything. But if it's what I'm expecting, it'll perform just fine. But we won't know until I actually take it out and use it. So here's another close-up. All right, so you guys get a better look at it. But yeah, overall, I think it's pretty cool. My only concern is that deep concealed pocket clip, you know, rubbing inside the palm. Again, I can feel it in here. It doesn't feel that bad at all. It feels kind of flat as opposed to feeling, you know, the edges of it. But that's something I just won't know more about until I actually carry it and use it and stuff. But it's pretty cool. Like I said, I mean, obviously, if you're an Olight fan, this would definitely be on your radar. I do like the design. You know, it's total preference, but I like this design a little bit more than the Gerber. I think the addition of the little coin in there is kind of cool. I mean, I don't know any other knives that come with coins, and maybe the Gerber did. I don't know. I never got one. But the pouch, the, you know, little extras. Packaging is really nice. They've always been good with their packaging and stuff. And actually, even on the box, on the front of the box here, I don't know if you could tell, but the image of the knife itself is all glossy. Just kind of cool. I mean, if you're gift giving, it's always a little bonus there. But yeah, we'll see how it fares. I'll use it. Maybe I'll do an update on Instagram. I'm not sure if I'm gonna, you know, post a video on it or not, but I will start carrying and using this. Again, my only other thing that I would mention is if you're gonna use a front flipper, you leave yourself just a little bit of a gap there, all right? Because if you're choking up on the knife, like just naturally, you take it out of your pocket, your hand's up here, you go use that front flipper, you're pushing, by opening the blade, you're pushing that other flipper against your finger. Okay, I mean, it seems like common sense, but it's something you might not realize. So like if you're trying to open this and you're like, I don't know why it's so hard to flick open, that's probably why. You probably have to just keep your hand a little bit lower on the handle, but it seems pretty easy to use that front flipper as well. But yeah, super cool. The Olight Splint, definitely stoked about it. I'm curious if they're going to keep making all kinds of different knives. I would really love to try the you know, S35VN tie frame lock version of this. I think that's super neat. So if you happen to get one of those, certainly let me know in the comment section down below what you think of it. But I mean, there's a lot of different companies, especially Chinese knives, that they'll do kind of, you know, the more expensive version than the budget version. I think it's awesome. I think it's really cool. I think it's actually a great idea for some of the US makers and makers all around the world. You know, some of the German makers and, you know, knives from Taiwan and knives from Australia and, you know, Italy and all over the world. I mean, people love a variety of knives. So if you have a specific type of design like this, you know, there's definitely going to be a separate market. The market of people that are going to spend, you know, $130 to $170 on a higher end, you know, version of that design that they like. They want the frame lock. They want the titanium. You know, they want that premium S35VN steel. But then there's also going to be a huge market of people that don't really care about that so much, and they just want it to be more affordable, more in their budget. At the $50 to $70 price tag is where people are more comfortable, you know. So I just think it's a really cool idea. I think every knife company should do that. Particularly if you have a popular model, there should be like an expensive version and a cheap version, or cheaper version. But hey, that's just my opinion. We all have them. So there you go. Those are my thoughts on the brand new Olight Splint. Pretty cool. Want to bring it out and actually use it. But it's definitely on par with all the stuff you'll see in like the $30 to $70 price range. You know what I mean? It's not going to blow your socks off as like a brand new thing. It's just their design with their name on it. I'm not sure exactly who's manufacturing these for them, but the quality feels good. Definitely in the price range. It feels right. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel cheap. It doesn't feel super premium. It just seems like a decent user, you know? There is no blade play at all, so lockup is perfect. It is smooth, you know, very smooth opening and closing. And again, a couple different options here as far as opening. I mean, not everyone likes to flick their knives open, so maybe you just want to use that little slot cut out. That's pretty cool too. Just, you know, it's really easy. So it's a user knife. So there you go. Hopefully you guys have a fantastic day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with a brand new video. Take care.